maybe Bob Arum whispered in his ear, "Hey, I'm doing this because I want to stop your old enemy and Eddie Hearn and Barry Hearn from doing anything here in America." And so Tyson Fury, who originally didn't want to fight White, would probably say to that, "Hey, I'm all in." So that's why now that could be the biggest reason why he's planning on going ahead and fighting White. There's another reason. Tyson Fury feels that he won that Deontay Wilder fight. And I'm going to tell you the truth, I'm a big Deontay Wilder fan. I don't think Tyson Fury would win a second Deontay Wilder fight, but I thought he wanted to. It could, of course, I vacillate from he won it to it was a draw. He won it, it was a draw. But I say with the 2 point, the 2 points that the 4 points he got from 2 knockouts of Fury. I'm talking about Wilder, and he probably won. I say it's arguable that he won 2 rounds before that. Yeah, that would put it at a draw. Fury definitely won most of the rounds, at least 6, more than that, but the 2 rounds, the two knockdown rounds would even it up to me. Plus, I think Wilder won 2 of those rounds without the knockdown. But like I was saying, Tyson Fury, I said this in another video, was talking about how he got with ESPN and had this big $80 million signed an $80 million contract or what have you with ESPN, and that's the reason that he was told not to fight Wilder. And I guess that was part of his agreement, signing the contract, not to fight Wilder yet, but to fight a few more people, then go back in with Wilder. But Tyson Fury said, this is a Freudian slip. He said, "I got my health. I got this and that." That was a Freudian slip telling us that Wilder put the fear of God in him. If you look at the press conference, Fury was goading Wilder, talking about, "Go ahead, hit me. I want to feel the power." Well, he definitely felt the power, and I don't think he liked what he felt. I don't think he believed that Wilder had that kind of punching power like that. I mean, it's like, this is really weird. We are like in a time of the freaks in boxing, man. I mean, Fury is 6'9", can box like beautifully, and Wilder 6'7", and has a one-punch fucking knockout. He has to have Alabama Slammer, one-hitter quitter, with that right hand. Everybody he punches, anybody is going to at least go down. And Fury being a big man, 6'9" with 250 pounds, that's the only reason he got up. But even he said that he was unconscious until after the count of 4. So you're talking about a guy like Wilder. I'm not saying that Wilder is the biggest puncher, but I'm saying he's the biggest one-hitter quitter ever. Maybe one person that you could argue pound for pound might be above him on that is Julian Jackson, the middleweight, but I don't know, man. Wilder, anybody he touches with that right hand is going down. So I think in a return fight, if Wilder and he has a good jab too, if Wilder just touches Fury with that jab and goes to the body on Fury, forget about, the only thing he should be throwing upstairs is the jab. Everything else needs to be going to the body. And eventually he'll bring that right up and he'll put Fury down. I don't see if Wilder does what he's told and don't get emotional and try to just knock Fury out, with that right hand. That's the same thing that Tyson tried to do with Holyfield. And Holyfield kept ducking it, but Tyson kept going to it. And you see where that got him. Uh, like I said, I think it's a combination of reasons that Fury is fighting White, and he won't necessarily rematch with Wilder right now. First of all, why would he be fighting White for the diamond, what do they call it, the diamond belt or the interim belt, when if he wins that, he would still only get 25% of what Deontay Wilder would get by him being a mandatory. But he already can fight Wilder anytime for half. Wilder wants him. Wilder will sign on a dotted line anytime Fury comes to the table and tells him, okay, I'm ready now. Because before Fury pulled out with his deal with ESPN and Top Rank, him and Wilder had decided that they were going to go 50-50. Wilder said, okay, to entice you back, I'm going to go 50-50. So Fury does not need to defeat Dillian Whyte or anybody else to get his crack at Wilder. He already has a natural crack. I mean, he has a guaranteed crack at Wilder whenever he wants. So I think it's two reasons that he's fighting White. Number one, I just said it. The Bob father wants to disrupt Eddie Hearn because he's also putting his guy Lomachenko against Luke Campbell for, I think, what's that, the lightweight or the Bob father has manipulated the WBC to the point where Lomachenko is going to fight Luke Campbell, Luke Campbell, who's another Eddie Hearn fighter, and you know Lomachenko is going to beat him. You know that. We all know that. So that's depriving Eddie Hearn of a title in his stable, lightweight, I think. And then Dillian Whyte has been complaining about he's the next up to get a shot at Wilder. Well, I think he should have took that shot at Joshua, because the WBC and Bob Arum, Bob father, I heard Fanon say that, and I'm just copying it. For Bob father, and I think the Bob father is going to deprive Dillian Whyte and again Matchroom and Eddie Hearn of getting of being the first to be able to fight Wilder. And I think also the WBC didn't like what Eddie Hearn was trying to do when he was trying to throw Wilder up there to fight. Trying to throw Whyte up there to fight Wilder, and trying to avoid Wilder getting the AJ. So I think there's a lot of things coming together or cajoling, whatever you want to say, to keep to get tight to prop Tyson Fury to fight and defeat Dillian Whyte, because 9 times out of 10 you know Tyson Fury is going to outbox that boy. So there are different forces coming together to solidify that fight. I think no, those not solidified. Tyson Fury may feel one way, get another move, and say, fuck it, I'm not fighting him. But Tyson Fury also, one big thing I wanted to say, Tyson Fury does not want to get back in with Wilder so soon. And I don't blame him. If I had been knocked on my back twice like that, late in the fight, this guy still got that power, that one-hitter quitter. I would be reluctant to jump right back in with him too. Now I get back in with him, but it'll be a long birth of time. I say at least 6 months to a year since I fought this guy and gonna fight him again. Cause a guy like that can scramble your brains, man. And I'm sure when Fury was talking about he has his health and everything, when he was giving him an interview after he fought Wilder, this was this was way, it wasn't a post fight interview. It was an interview when when about his new deal that he had got new at the time with ESPN Top Rank. I'm sure he had Adonis Stevens in his mind. I think it's Adonis, who at 40 years old was put into a coma for. Well, his brain was bleeding, but I forgot the. It's a Russian fighter. I can't pronounce his name. And then they put him in a coma. They put Adonis Stevens in a medical coma. They induced the coma until they could repair the damage, or not necessarily repair because they can't really repair, but yeah, repair, stop it up, stop the dam from leaking blood, I guess you could say. So Adonis Stevens has recovered, but I think he's crippled or something, I don't know. But I think Fury saw that. So I think it happened on the same night as he fought Wilder. And his wife and his father was probably telling him, hey, don't fight that guy again. Not right now. You beat him anyway. You don't have to prove anything. You got in there with him, and after being laid off for how long and fighting journeyman, after being away for 3 years, you lost all, you was like 400 pounds damn near, and drug addict. But I don't think Fury was a drug addict. Just because he used drugs don't mean he was an addict. Everybody that used drugs is not an addict. So anyway, that's all I want to say, y'all. So if you like this, push the like button and subscribe. I really need subscribers. Okay.